so glad that you're joining us. We're just going to make a couple announcements, let you know what's going on at Vineyard. We want to make it easy for you guys to stay updated, to let you know what's going on. And the best way we could do that is by jumping here and just letting you know about things that are happening. We want to let you know that we're taking prayer requests. So throughout the week, we're praying for all the prayer requests that you have been mentioning. Make sure that you send us your prayer requests either through a private message or feel free to text us to this number. This is our database. The only person that sees the prayer requests are me. So if you jump in there and then you text your prayer request to this number, we'll make sure that we get those prayer requests prayed for. We are also wanting to let you know that we are still working really hard on a location. We're still trying to figure out where we're going to end up, and we have it narrowed down to a couple places. We're hoping that we could figure out by next month, and it could be all worked out. How about you, Jose? What do you have for us?
Yeah, so I like to let you guys know that we are actually going to be having a baptismal beach Sabbath. It's going to be done the second week of May. So put that on your calendar, and we're going to keep you guys updated on which day it's going to be that weekend. But it's going to definitely be a weekend to remember. Someone will be getting baptized. We'll be having church service there if possible. So that's one of the things that's going on. We also want to kind of let you know, as Zeke mentioned, we're looking for a location, and we're working diligently to make sure that we can find a home that's perfect for Vineyard. So a way that you guys can support that is by donating and giving whatever you can, whether it's time or financially. If you're looking for a way to give financially, you can go on our website at vineyardsda.org, and you'll see a link there that'll give you all the information you need to contribute that way. So Zeke, you mentioned a few things to me about that will be changing soon. You said something about Bible study and how it's going to actually be changing its date. Can you kind of let people know what's happening with Bible study?
Yeah, so we've been typically doing Bible study on Friday night, and although we've had great attendance, just in order to keep from some things that might conflict on Friday nights, we're going to move it over to Wednesday. So it's going to be more like a prayer meeting, Typically, during the middle of the week, it's going to be a pick-me-up where we could sit down, talk about the Bible, pray for each other, and we're going to be transitioning around. So eventually when we get our spot, we could be able to meet in person, still make sure that we meet the CDC guidelines to keep people safe. But for now, we're just going to be transitioning from Friday night to Wednesday night. What do you think about that, Jose?
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Sometimes we don't get that midweek break. The Vineyard is actually open. That's cool. We're giving people, our members, and folks that are following us some type of I guess you can say
a little pick-me-up, right? A little spiritual pick-me-up.
Pretty much like a pick-me-up during the week. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I know that we have a few people that are going to be helping us lead, and Zeke,
and you're one of them.
Yeah, I am. From all the leaders that helped, what do you find so interesting about the group that you help lead in these Bible studies?
One of the things that I love is just the dynamic. I mean, COVID has changed everything, right? So we're doing it mostly online, but just the consistency. I think that one of the things that was actually pretty inspiring to me is that whenever I started letting more people take lead, I actually saw more people show up. So individuals that just put themselves out there and start studying. A lot of times people wonder, like, am I even going to be good enough to go out there and teach? But I've actually seen an increase of people showing up whenever we let our guest teachers and people from our own church just jump in and be able to teach. So we're really excited about doing that Wednesday nights, and really excited about you guys joining in. So we're going to do that Wednesday nights as opposed to what night, Jose? Do you remember what night we were typically doing?
It used to be Friday nights.
That's right.
What time Wednesday?
So we're going to try to do it around 7:30. So it's a little earlier because I know it's a work day. And we're going to wrap up around 8:30 on Wednesday. So that's a great question, though. The last thing I did want to mention is that there are some updates on things that Vineyard has been doing in our community. Jose, did I tell you that we went out and helped out? There was a young boy that he came as a refugee from Venezuela, and he was born with a faulty kidney. So he only has one functioning kidney. And since he's been here with all his paperwork being jumbled and everything being mixed up, he hasn't been able to see a kidney doctor. Well, Vineyard was able to form some sort of connection with a specialist, and Vineyard was able to get him in there by helping pay off some of the small expenses to be able to get him seen. And they were so grateful. And this is the thing I love the most about Vineyard, is that we give without any strings attached. This isn't someone that attends Vineyard. Yeah, we help our people all the time. Yeah, we do. But Vineyard so often helps those that we'll probably never see again. And it's just no strings attached whatsoever. And we also helped out a grandma be able to get her medication. She just told me she wasn't feeling well and she hasn't been able to get her medication. So we worked it out where she was able to get the money she needed to get the medication so it could be shipped to her house. So Vineyard, you guys are doing great things to help people out. Such a small church, but a mighty impact. Thank you so much for your continued giving and your continued contribution. So Jose, in this baptism Sunday, baptism weekend, who's getting baptized?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Zeke. Yeah, one of the people that are getting baptized, or the person that's getting baptized, is actually my little sister. She's actually made this decision to, get baptized. I'm super excited for her, and I'm super excited for whatever God has planned out for her. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too, and I'll tell you. Whenever we have Bible study, whenever we sit down and just study together, she's just really into the word. She just sits there, and a lot of the times I like asking a question after our study, and it's pretty simple. I ask them, what is something that got reaffirmed that you already knew? What is something that is new to you? And what is something that is challenging to you? And she always says something thoughtful. Mm-hmm. So I know that she's just not sitting there going through the motions in order for her to go and get baptized. She actually is thinking about everything that we study. She dives in and she engages. So I just really appreciate her thoughtfulness and everything. So Jose, as we're prepping up and we're getting everything ready for a new location, what are some of your hopes and desires as we get a new location? What would you want?
Yeah. One of the hopes I have for as we look into getting a new location for the Vineyard is somewhere where it's a multi-purpose place, where we're not just a one day a weeker church. We're actually a place where we impact the community. So that's kind of my hopes and my dream come true, if it does come true. But that's definitely what I'm looking for.
That sounds great. So we want a church not just that holds a church service, but a church that actual facility is for the community. And I know that we've been brainstorming some ideas on how we could do this with adolescent mentorship, how to help single mothers level up their job skills so they could get out there in the job market and get a higher paycheck so they could take care of their families. We thought about all this, and we're just trying to figure all the details out. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're in this season of meeting back online for a little bit, just because of the fact that we wanted to make sure that when we come back stronger. So, so I'm really excited. But Jose, as we're wrapping up our 10 minutes, we're about in the last. Is there anything you want to say to our friends out there that are going to be watching this? Maybe they're watching it now, or they're going to watch it later. Anything you want to say to them, our church family?
Yeah, I just have one question. Sorry, I have a question for you, Zeke, which is it's really important to kind of highlight. Yeah. I know that we've talked about small things that we want to do and small things that we do for the people in our community. Why do you think that's an aspect of all? Why do you think that idea of doing small things can make a difference? I know sometimes that's hard to understand. We look at, man, I wish I could do something bigger than what I can do now. So why is that such a concept that people should grasp, that, little things are just as impactful as big things?
So I think that one of the things that really happens is a lot of times the individuals that get helped, they always ask me how they could repay. They're like, oh, we're going to give money back to the church. We're going to do all this. And I just tell them, help someone out the way you've been helped. And I think that if the world just focused on doing good things for each other, even if it's small, we'd be in a much better place, because we're in a world where so many bad things happen. There's so many things that are happening in the news, but if we just focus on one good thing at a time and let that be a ripple effect, it could actually change someone's day. So if you change someone's day, they could change someone else's day, and it could just totally impact your city. So I really think that one small thing actually makes big ripples whenever individuals catch that contagion of goodness. So thanks for asking, Jose. Well, we reached our 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that you guys have a great week this Monday. Make sure you stay tuned. Every Monday, we're going to be coming at you with new videos, new announcements. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Take care. Thanks, Jose. Thanks for joining us, man.
You're welcome.